So, what happened there? I think the rain got us. I told you we had a storm this morning. It was crazy. Okay, it's 5 o'clock in the mountains, and that's where we are. I'm glad you're here, but I got some things to show you today. We're going to talk about the side cutter foot. Do you remember we talked about that? I think Alice wanted to know about it, so that's what we're going to talk about. Let me see if we got it going on here. Come on. Me and technology, not so much. Okay, there we are. Yep, yep. I think we got cut off there for a minute. It might have fouled things up just a little bit. If you're there, let me know you're there so that I can know that it's actually working again today. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Alice, you're here. Yes, yes, yes. Rose-colored glasses. I'm going to tell you what that's all about. Yes. I told you we had come on rose-colored glasses. I'm going to tell you. Come on, every time I think I've got that all set up perfectly. It's not. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Jane. I'm glad to see all you guys here. Yes, rose-colored glasses, because I tend to really get excited about things and think, yeah, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. But I don't normally wear glasses. And so I do have my rose-colored glasses so I can remember, always look on the bright side of things, right? Things are always going to work out. They're always going to be good. But I have to tell you, I went to the eye doctor and he said, you don't need to wear glasses. You can see fine, but I can't see little stuff. I can see to drive. I can see to talk to people. If I'm on the computer all day long, which I tend to be a lot these days, then I go places and I really can't see very well because I've been used to sitting right in front of the computer. But one time, my husband and I were going to dinner and he was going to be a little late. So he said, will you just order for me? And I said, yeah, I can do that. And so I was going to order so the dinner would be ready when he got there. And I got to the restaurant. I couldn't read the menu. It was too small. I knew what he wanted, but I couldn't find it. So I had to ask the waiter to read it to me. So I do need readers because I can't read that fine print. And sometimes the fine print is at a 12. There's no hope for me. There's no hope at all. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about what we have coming up before we get into the side cutter foot, because we all know we love the side cutter foot. We're going to learn about it today because this morning we had our first Seems Simple class in the series. There's 4 classes, 4 projects, 4 weeks, 3 patterns, right? And we had quite a few in the class, but apparently they were having a hard time finding their link. If ever you can't find a link, look in your junk folder because it is probably there. I don't know why things just happen to end up there. But this is what we made this morning. Isn't that fun? I love this. It was so fun. And we got that done. We chatted a lot. So I think it probably took about an hour to an hour and a half to finish this project. If you have all your things cut out, you are ready to go. Next week in that very class, next Thursday at 2:00, and it's not too late because we have the recordings. If you want to have them, you got them. Okay. We're going to make this. Isn't this cute? It is so colorful and bright. This is a selvage zipper bag and it is completely lined. Oh, I love the lining. Dang, I've got to make a new one. I like that. But this is all made with selvages and a zipper. You're going to learn how to do this. That's in our class. And I think another class we have coming up next Monday on the 16th, we have doodle applique, the smile, doodle applique. And we're going to do everything with it. Now, if you already know how to do doodle applique and you just want the pattern's free. Come in and get it, right? It's free with the class. We will send it to you. And that will be so much fun. All right. After that, we have, and I know so many of you have been waiting for this one. You've been asking for it. The serger crochet. Remember, you love it, right? Here it is right here. Serger crochet. We are going to learn how to do this. And as a bonus, you're going to have an applique that you can do too. But the main focus is going to be the serger crochet. But we'll do the doodle applique just to put it on there because you got to have it right. Got to have a design on your tea towel, right? And you can do regular applique. You don't have to do doodle, but it'll be there for you. All right. Any questions on that? How many selvages for the bag? That's hard to say because, let me pull it back out here. Some of my selvages are kind of wide. Yours might be narrow. So it really depends on what you've got. If you look at the pattern, it tells you how big the bag is going to be and what size you need to cut your fusible fleece. And that you'll have to have enough selvages to cover that. So it really is whatever you use for it. Yeah, Tana, I missed you this morning. Yes. And Janet, I missed you guys. I wasn't this morning, it was this afternoon. I think that 2 o'clock time maybe is a real rough time for people. And I think in the next series, I think we'll change the time. It is very colorful, Jane. That is true. I'm looking for questions. So just a second. Oh, so Jane says her eyes get blurry when she does close-up work. I understand. Boy, I can't even read those letters. And I probably got a pair of reader glasses everywhere I normally sit. There's some things you have to have every time you sit down, right? Chapstick, water, a nail file, because I cannot stand to have a little chip on my nail, and reader glasses. If I have those things, I can do anything. Otherwise, I can't. All right. Are there any questions on the classes that we have coming up? Because I think that pretty well covers what we have coming up in the next few weeks. And I've been working on the ice cream bucket that we've been talking about. That will be a pop-in. We'll kind of throw that one in. I don't have it finished yet. So toying with different ways to do it. I want to make sure it's going to serve my purpose. That's what I think. All right. Okay, Laura, you're here. How's the knees, Laura? Are you walking and jumping and running yet? I hope so. I hope you're feeling better. Okay. Okay. When you buy feet from Baby Lock, that always comes with instructions. So no matter what foot you buy, you've got the instructions. So you don't even have to worry about it. It tells you everything you need to do with that foot. And this is the side cutter foot. I'll just show you how detailed these instructions are. Baby Lock knows how to do it. Okay, there you go. Tells you everything you need to know. Some things I want to point out is that you cannot use the needle threader if you've got the foot on. Okay, just remember that. There are just some things like that that are really important to know. Don't use the needle threader. Okay? All right, so I have some fabric here. I tried to pick the prettiest fabric out of my stash. Actually, I picked the stuff I don't think I'll ever use. And I'm going to do a stitch with the side cutter foot. Let me show you the foot. This is what it looks like. It's a pretty big contraption, isn't it? But I want you to see that this little bar right here is going to hook on the bar on your needle right up there, just above the needle. That bar hooks on it. So that's where that goes, and that will have to be put on. But as this bar goes up and down, and I'm not sure you can see that, as the bar goes up and down, it raises and lowers a blade. And I'm not quite sure how I can show you that blade any better than right there. Can you see? The blade is hooked right on here. So as I raise it and lower it, the blade goes up and down. So it's not going to replace your serger. It won't replace it. But it is a good backup. Or if you don't have a serger and you just want a, let me move this up, and you just want to have a serged edge, this kind of does it. Okay, let's go over to the machine. I'm going to put that foot on my machine. All right, you're not going to be able to see there, are you? I'm kind of spoiled because I used a second camera this morning for my class. So I'm going to turn the light off. That light kind of gets in the way. Makes it dark for me, but it'll make it better for you. I'm going to move you down to see if you can see that just a little bit better. If you were right here with me, it would be much easier. I know it. Right? And I'm going to take, notice right there, it has the little clip where you hook the foot ankle into it. This is not a foot that you have to take the ankle off. The ankle stays, which is nice. Looks like, Gayla, you made it too. That's good. I'm glad you're here. Gayla was in my class this morning. So we spent some time together this morning. I wish you could have all been there. Okay, so right now, I want you to notice that when I put a foot on my machine, I don't set the foot there and then think, oh, okay, that's not quite right. Because every time you lift that foot up and down and you miss the spot, it's going to chip away at things. You don't want to do that, okay? So always put the foot down, raise it with your back here, and then you can kind of angle it into how you want it to be. But with this one, you got to remember, this goes on the bar above the needle. So look at your machines. There is a bar, and you may not even have realized it was there, but there is a bar above the needle. So I'm going to raise this foot up a little bit, or the ankle up, and I need to put that bar on the, okay, now it's on. I don't know how else. Can you guys see that? You really can't, can you? Let me see if this helps. Let me go around this way. That's not going to work. You're just going to have to look at your machine and understand that that's how it goes. All right, the next thing you need to know with this foot is that there's the, I've got it on. I am good. Seems really wobbly, I know. With this blade right here, and there is a section right here that's open, and your fabric needs to be able to go on both sides so that it does cut. In order for it to go on both sides, you can't just put the fabric in and expect it to start cutting. You need to make a cut in your fabric about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch down, and then you're going to set it in there. I'm in your way. I'll move in just a sec. You're going to split it. So the fabric that you're going to edge on is going to go underneath that part of the foot. This one goes above the foot. Let me pull this out. See this part right here? It's going to go above. That's what's going to cut. I'm going to have to get right there so you can. Okay. Do you see how that fits in there? I am going to take this over here so you can see this better. All right. So there is a little space right here that's going to go under. If I can show you up in the air like this. No, I'll go down. All right. So now you can maybe see there. This part is going to go underneath. This part is going to go above. That's why you're going to cut that little slit. That one's going to go underneath because it's going to sew on this part. This part is going to get cut off. So that's why you need that little slit in there so that it kind of starts the cut so that the blade can have somewhere to cut. If you just put it in there like this, then it doesn't really know what to do. It doesn't have enough grip on it to do it. So you need that little slice in the fabric. And when you do it, and it's got a little difficult because it's got nowhere to go under there because I'm sitting on it. That one goes above, this one goes below, like this. That's how you start it. All right, let me put it back on. Once you start sewing with this, it'll make a lot more sense. Okay, did I get it on? Yep. All right, the next thing you need to do is you need to choose an overlock stitch. And on my machine, I have the Destiny, the Baby Lock Destiny. Mine is in window number 3. Actually, it's in window number 1. So I'm going to go to my utility stitches, and anytime you see the one that has the S by it, remember we talked a few days ago about the P and the Q. The P stands for piecing, the Q stands for quilting. The S stands for stretch stitch, serge stitch, overlock stitch, or side cutter stitch. If I touch one of those that has the S by it, it will tell me up in the window. Let me bring you around here. I want you to see this window. It will tell me right up here in the window that is this S foot. That is the side cutter foot. That's what it's talking about. And you can kind of see it's got a picture of it right there. But I'm in my utility stitches, and I'm going to scroll down to where the S stitches are. And there's about 6 of them right there, 5 of them. All the ones with the S on it. You can decide which one best fits whatever you're trying to do. So I picked that one. I did 128, but I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so I'm going to put my fabric underneath the needle on the one side, and then a little flange right in here where the blade is going to be is going to go on top. Once I got that, all I have to do is stitch. I'm not going to go really fast either, by the way. I want to take it slow and easy because it's cutting fabric as it goes. You see how that's working? So there's my cutoff piece. I can use my thread cutters. Remember, you cannot use your needle threader because when it comes down and tries to thread, all of this apparatus right down here is going to be in the way. Okay, now you can see my stitch right here. This is the part that I had cut, so it didn't stitch there, but look how nice that stitch is. That is a nice overlock stitch. In fact, let me change my thread. I'm going to change to black, so you can see that just a little bit better. And guess what? In order for me to use my thread cutter, and didn't we just talk about my eyes? They're not that good. I'm not going to try to thread that needle. I'm going to thread my needle and then I'm going to put it on. Come on. There I go. All right, I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to cut me a little slit in this. I'll slide my fabric underneath and I will put the split on top. And there I go. Same stitch. Here I go. Alice, I'm not able to show that side, but let me see what I can do. So the S stitch is not showing up on the Solaris. Okay, I might have to finagle you guys around the back. Let me see if I can do that. I know you can't see the way this thing's working very well. Keep with me. Come on. This is going to show you the very back. So you can see right here, that is going up and down. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Alice, I think we've got it about as good as we're going to be able to get it. Only because you can't get inside my machine, right? All right, let me take you around here. We'll try something else here. No, they don't say side cutter on it. They'll say S, but you look at the picture and you can see the side cutter picture. Okay, I'm going to get another piece of fabric ready before I move you around there. If you could see just the front part, this would make a lot more sense. Okay, let me start another one and I'll try to move you around here. Just remember, you cannot use your thread cutter or you can't use your needle threaders. Okay. I'm going to make you all sick here. So just hang on. Don't throw up. Actually, if you throw up, I don't have to clean it up, do I? Okay, does this make it a little better? Can you see what it's doing? Okay, I'm going to run it. Do you see that it's cutting the fabric as it goes? And I'm not even hanging on to it. Look at that. There you go. That's done. I would be very careful about putting thick fabrics in there because it's not like your serger. It's not going to go through those 12 layers of denim like you want it to. Okay, there you go. There you can see the stitch. And it just cut the fabric right off. It did it. So if that's what you want to do and that's something you're interested in doing, that might be a foot you want to get. I know that Alice said that she just got hers. We showed the screen a second ago, Alice, so that you can see where that is. Let me just take this part. Okay, here's the screen, and it's got an S right up there. And that S on it is the side cutter foot. If you look at the picture, it looks just like the side cutter foot. And you'd say, well, I don't have that foot because it doesn't come with your machine. And you can see the S stitches are right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches that you can use. And those are the stitches that you really need to use for that foot. All right. I don't know if that makes any sense. How does the foot attach? Okay, let me show you that again. The foot attaches. It has the same little bar, the saddle that your other foot has. Same thing. So you leave your ankle shank on. The only thing is this lever up here has to hook on the bar above the needle. You know the needle knob that you put your needle in with, the screw? That's the bar. That's the bar that this thing has to hook on. Because every time the needle goes up and down, it makes that blade go up and down. That's what cuts your fabric. Okay? Oh, wow, that has been a mouthful. Okay, let's get this back up where we can do it. All right, I'm going to look at your questions and see if there's anything I can help you with. Cheryl has joined us. Sybil has joined us. Alice said she found them. Thanks. Oh, Catherine, yeah, we've missed you. We have missed you. Oh, she went back to work. I'm so sorry. Actually, we all have to work, don't we? Yes, it is the bar that, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that Alice had already said that. It is the bar that where you change your needle. That is the bar that this little guy needs to go on. Gayla, no, I don't have anything for sale. I'm sorry. Judy McNew is here. Yes, from Nebraska. Do you know what? I love the fact that you are all over the world. And I know at 5 o'clock in New York, it's time for dinner or past time for dinner. It's almost bedtime for me, right? And yet on the West Coast, it's the middle of the afternoon almost. Isn't that great? Everybody is so far away, and yet we can sit here and chat. I love it. All right, there is our side cutter foot. There you go. It might be something you want. It may be something that you think, I don't really need that. But I wanted you to be able to see how that works. Boy, you can see that just move around. It's kind of cool, don't you think? Wish I could show you. Okay, there's a good shot. Okay, there's the blade right here with that screw on it. Let's go this way. If I move that up and down, you see how that blade goes up and down? And that's what cuts your fabric. But also, uh, yeah, I'll do that, Alice, you bet. You have to know that you can't cut thick, heavy fabrics. All right, this is really meant for an easy cut, an easy fabric. Because if you'll notice on the blade on your serger is thick, is big, it is long. It comes up and takes a really big bite and up and takes a really big bite. You can see that there is not a very big bite there that it can take. So it's more limited to a smaller piece of fabric. All right, Alice wants to see again how you put that fabric in there. So let me bring that around. I want to get a clean edge here. All right, let's go back down here. I think the best view is going to be on this white sewing machine. All right, so first you need to make a slit in your fabric where you are going to take your seam, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So I've got a slit. Oh boy, that just blanked out for a minute. I'm sorry. And seems I'm looking at it backwards. I've done it on the wrong side of the fabric. So right here on your foot, there's a little opening right there that's going to go under the needle. That's where you want to put the fabric that is going to be sewn on. So you'll put that under the needle right there. And the other part is where the slit goes. And the reason you have to do that is because it needs to have a cut already started in order for this to go up and down and cut it some more. All right. So the slit part goes above. That's the fabric it's going to be cut off. And underneath right here is where the fabric that's going to be sewn is. So you're separating your fabric right there. You're starting the separation, and that's what's going to do it for you. Okay? All right. Are there any other questions? So I think we've covered all your questions. You guys don't have any more questions? How was Mother's Day? I know, it seems like a year ago, doesn't it? Mother's Day. My kids came and kind of surprised me and made dinner for me. It was wonderful. It was nice having, many of them were here, not all of them, but we had many here. Had a house full anyway, for sure. Love having them come. All right. Any other comments, questions, or whatever? What are we going to talk about next week? I think next week we are going to talk about ruching. And you can ruche on a serger or a sewing machine. I think we're going to show you both ways. Yep, we're going to talk about ruching. I have to write all this stuff down or I forget. No, quite. You guys are so quiet today. I can't believe it. Okay, I put you to sleep. I am so sorry. Where's my glasses? I need them back on. I need to think this is a positive thing. Yes. Oh, they're a little crooked, aren't they? No. Now I can't see. I hope you're all wearing your rose-colored glasses because I think that's how we should see the world. We should see it with positive, wonderful vibes. And that's the kind of vibes you guys give me. I can't get it under the foot right, said Alice. Okay, I might have to help you with that because it just slides in there and then you start sewing. Okay, it goes right in there. All right, so the one part goes above and one part goes underneath. Should we show you the bottom part? This is what it looks like underneath. So underneath here is where the needle is. That's where it's going to sew it. And you don't want to, in order for it to cut, it's got to go above. That's why you have to cut that little slit in there. All right. Why don't you practice with it, Alice? And if you still can't get it, we can talk about it, okay? Because I would love to show you more. I would love to. If you can't get it, I'm there for you. All right, you quiet little mice today. You're amazing. Okay, next week we're going to talk about ruching. I'll show you some projects that I've done with ruching, both on the sewing machine and the serger. It's one of my favorite things to do because you can do quilt blocks with ruching. You can make a flower with ruching. You can do so many things with ruching. All right. So that will be next Thursday at 5 o'clock. And next Thursday is the 19th. And if you want to join us for our salvages bag in the morning or in the afternoon, earlier that day, let me know because it's never too late to sign up for classes. You can always sign up because they are recorded and you'll still have the recording no matter what. You can go back with your granddaughters and make that salvages bag. I think that is so cute, so fun. And you can make that any size you want it to be. That's just the size that I picked and the one that we're going to learn. All right. Okay, Alice, give me a call if it doesn't work for you. Try it for a few times. Try it, see what you can do. Hey, Cheryl, haven't seen you in a while. Glad to have you. Are you in Florida now? Whoops, I just lost my feed. All right. Okay, ladies. Oh, guess what today is? Oh, I was going to tell you, I'm so excited. It's moving day for the chickies. I can't wait. In fact, we've got them in this big tub in the basement. Now, when they were little, it was okay, but they are getting so big. Some of them are like this big. The three oldest ones are pretty darn big. And they're getting big enough that they can fly up on the edge of the tub that they're in. But what they do, now this is my finished basement, okay? I couldn't see another place to put them because I didn't want to put them in the garage. It was too cold, but I wanted to get the chickies, okay? Okay? So don't judge me. So the big ones and even the medium-sized ones, I've got 3 different sizes. They jump up on the side of the tub. Alice, you're not hopeless. I'll help you. And they like to poop up there. That's their roosting part, right? But they're turned such that they poop outside. So I've got a little pile of poop outside the cage, which does not make me happy. So today is moving day. Larry's been out building the coop for the last couple of days, and it's not going to be finished when they move in, but I've got to get them out of my house. I've got to get them out of my house. If you guys have, oh, you're back in Connecticut, Cheryl. Cool. Cool. Summer is coming, huh? Alice, you're probably tired right now. Alice has been in class with me all day. And then we come to this buddy chat at 5. All right, I am done talking. Unless you guys have some questions for me, you don't have any chicken poop stories. I have to tell you that one of my sayings is, and I apply this to a lot of places because this is kind of how I am. If somebody's doing something like my kids or my husband, I'm thinking, poop or get off the pot. And that just means let's get it done. Let's not mess around. Let's not piddly dink. Okay. Poop or get off the pot. It's one of my sayings. I should embroider it and put it on my wall or have it tattooed on my arm. I don't know. Oh, Karen, you have joined us too. All right. This little chat that we've had, this demo that we've used today is going to be on Facebook and it will stay on Facebook. So if you want to watch it later, you are more than welcome to. Or if you want to watch it again, you are more than welcome to do that too. So I guess it's time to say goodnight. Actually, I'm headed to a soccer game. I just got word that one of my granddaughters is playing in a soccer game and they never win. And the score is like 17-2. They haven't figured it out yet. She's only 7. So yeah, they're still learning, but 17-2, she was heartbroken. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know we have some guys out there. So Karen, please rewatch and correct me if I'm wrong on anything. Or if you have any more questions, put it on Facebook. Let's talk. Let's go over it. Let's see what we can help you with. Because, that's what this whole community is about, is helping each other. Right? Okay, everybody. Good night. Have some good dinner. I don't have donuts today, but I got chocolate. That's going to be my supper. Sad, isn't it? All right, everybody. Good night. See you later.